Hey guys, it's Kristen, and today we're talking about Netflix's new series, Queer Eye. So for those of you who are not familiar, Queer Eye is a show that actually came out back in the early 2000s. It was a Bravo show. It was called Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Since then, they came out with a couple of spin-offs, Queer Eye for the Straight Girl, and now we have this new adaptation for 2018, which is just called Queer Eye. We have a brand new Fab Five, and the whole goal for the show is that the Fab Five comes in, you got someone who's good at design, someone who's good at hair, someone who's good at food, someone who's good at culture, someone who's good at... what's the other thing? Oh, someone who's good at style. They help kind of make over someone's life. And, you know, this is not a regular makeover show where it's like, oh, like, just make them look cute. Like, they are literally coming in and remaking their lives, talking with them, working with them, making them just feel good about themselves. It's more of like a positivity kind of show. They're kind of all like little life coaches, just coming in and really empowering somebody. I do like that they got rid of like the for the straight guy and just named it Queer Eye, because I feel like that means that they can work with so many different types of people. You know, this season specifically, they worked with mostly straight guys, one gay guy, but who knows, maybe in the second season they'll bring in tons of other different types of people, not just men. You know, I think there's a lot of things that are really, really great about this show. First of all, you're introduced to these Fab Five who are truly fabulous people. They are all queer, but they celebrate their queerness in different ways, and I feel like that's really empowering to be able to see on television, you know, these different types of people, and there's not just one way to be gay. You know, you have Tan, who is the fashion guy, and I do feel like he kind of gave a lot of people similar shirts, similar outfits, but he also came up with a lot of cool stuff. You have Anthony, who is the food guy. He made a lot of interesting meals, some which, you know, are simple, which I think works because a lot of these guys that they're working with don't know how to cook. He's added a couple of interesting ingredients to some of them, like Greek yogurt to guacamole. I don't know what he's doing there, but you know, he also was very warm, and you could tell like really connected with people. You had Karamo, who I think is amazing. He's the culture guy. He is originally from Real World. That's where he first got his start, and I think it's so amazing that he was actually the first openly gay black man on television being on Real World. Like, that's incredible. So, you know, that culture thing makes sense. This guy made pop culture history. Then you have Jonathan, who is the hair grooming guy. He's got this really luxurious long hair. He's kind of like a yes queen type of person, but there's more to him than that. He's really funny, he's really sweet. I love his voice. It kind of reminds me of Linda Belcher from Bob's Burgers. Like, there's a moment where he's screaming like, "Bobby!" and I'm like, "Linda!" Like, it was just really funny, but he's great. And then you have Bobby, who's the designer. He literally, I feel like, did the most out of everybody. He's taking apart people's houses, redoing them, making them look beautiful, somehow making the smallest spaces look huge. You know, all of these guys, they bring their skills, but they also brought so much heart. You know, you could tell that they really truly cared about everyone that they were working with, and they all formed really strong bonds and connections, and I was just so impressed by the show. You know, it was emotional. I have to say I cried throughout at least half the shows, maybe more, just because it's so touching, and you're getting these stories that are like real and raw. And not only that, they're talking about hot topics that it's like, whoa, they're doing this in a way that's so like kind and open and not hating or villainizing anyone. There's an episode where they talk about police brutality. A lot of the people that they're working with come from smaller, more conservative areas, and this is the first time they're like actually interacting with gay people. And you know, that whole topic comes into the picture as well, where like the idea of like homosexuality and owning your homosexuality, they just cover so much. It's crazy, and like I said, they do it in a way that is so warm and inclusive. They're hearing each other's perspectives and they're challenging them. It's done in a respectful way. I would say that my favorite episodes were probably the first episode with Tom. I was like crying during that one. He's just like this older guy who feels like he's ugly and doesn't, you know, have a lot of self-confidence, and they really help him shine. And the fourth episode, which is them making over another gay guy, and that one was really beautiful to see too, because he ends up coming out to his stepmother at the end of the episode, and it was just all of the feels. Like, oh my god, all the feels. I think if you are looking for a heartwarming show, if you feel like you want to cry a little bit but in a positive way, this is the show that you should be watching. This is a show that universally anyone would love. It's funny, it's fun, it's heartwarming, it's eye-opening, it's just everything that you want in a show. And I can't wait for the next season, but they better make it more than 8 episodes because 8 is not enough. 8 is not enough. I would love to know what you guys thought about Queer Eye. Did you feel the same way I felt? Were you emotional? Were you feeling it? Make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and click that subscribe button because I come out with new videos every week. See ya!